Hey, it's Tony talking car biz. Check this one out. It's our first 2026 Toyota Crown test drive. This is a Crown Platinum. This bad boy is loaded. Hey, in this video, I'm going to take this one out for a ride, drive around town a little bit, take it out on the highway, and give you my thoughts on the 2026 Toyota Crown. This is the Hybrid Max Edition. So the beast is here, and I'm ready to take it for a ride. Let's get started. Okay, so inside of the Crown, this is your Platinum Edition, very top of the line edition, all-wheel drive with the most powerful engine that they put in any of the Crowns. This is your 2.4 liter four-cylinder hybrid max system, and this vehicle puts out 340 horsepower, all-wheel drive, 340 horsepower, a big sedan, like a full-size sedan, and still achieves 30 miles per gallon. That's like the fuel economy that the Corolla used to get. In fact, new Corollas gasoline editions come in at about 30 miles per gallon. So think about that. Think about the amount of performance and the amount of fuel efficiency that you're getting out of this hybrid max system. So let's get started, and we'll talk about the car as we go. I want to give a special thanks to Smart Motors Toyota for allowing me the opportunity to take this one out for a spin. And the outside of this, as you saw, is the supersonic white. That's an extra charge color. And there are some minor upgrades on this. Oh, that extra charge color, I think it comes in at $470 extra for the supersonic white on this. We'll go straight through here and do some neighborhood driving, a little bit of city driving, and then later we'll jump up on the highway and test out the performance of this. Very smooth, very quiet ride on this one here. These are 21-inch cast aluminum wheels, fully independent front and rear suspension, and just a very nice ride. So the Crown, this is going to be I think it's the second year for the Crown. And technically it didn't, according to Toyota, but it kind of did replace the Avalon. And I think that had a lot to do with how great of car the Avalon was, so much so that it basically was taking away from some of the Lexus GS350 and ES350 sales, because it was really the same car as the Lexus, but was more affordable. But it had all the great safety features, all the great technology features. It came in a hybrid. You could get it in an all-wheel drive. It had the 3.5 liter V6. So the Avalon's gone, and the Crown has replaced it. And the Crown is actually a name that Toyota used on a model years ago. Before the Camry, there was the Crown. And so Camry actually means little crown, but this is the big crown, if you will. And being the Platinum Edition, it is loaded with features. I can't get over how quiet this car is. It does have electronic power steering, which is nice because it gives you more power steering when you're going slower for parking, but as you increase your speed, it decreases the power steering, so it really makes it hold the road nice. And with these bigger wheels and tires, it handles nicely. It truly is a sports sedan, as opposed to a luxury sedan in the Platinum Edition. So what are some of the features that really stand out on this vehicle on the inside? First of all, the gauge cluster is really great. This is a 12.3-inch gauge cluster, which has navigation built in there, backup camera. This is all your sound system, and there's only one control for the sound system that's a physical control, and that's the volume and the on and off button right here. Otherwise, everything else is push button up here, and Toyota designs all their own hardware and all their own software now. The gauge cluster itself is also an electronic gauge cluster, and there is a ton of information delivered to there, including your power controls, of course, speedometer, trip meters, all those types of things. And the Crown, 26 Crown, does come standard with the Safety Sense 3.0, which is the latest and greatest in all the safety features that Toyota offers. So this one has adaptive cruise control, dynamic lane tracing assist, road sign assist, pedestrian detection, rear parking sensors, blind spot monitors, a ton of safety features. And the Platinum Edition comes with the heads-up display. That's up here in the dashboard, and that's another computer screen that actually projects a variety of information up on the dashboard. For example, it projects my speed, my compass, road signs, so it reads the speed limit signs or the do not enter signs. That's all up there. It also gives me the road or the weather conditions if you like slippery or snow, that type of thing. It all comes up on the steering, up on the windshield, so you don't necessarily have to take your eyes off the road to see what's going on around you. Very top of the line audio system on here too, and that's the JBL audio system. There's additional speakers and a subwoofer and an amplifier that go with that. And up here in the A pillars on both sides, there's some extra speakers up here, speakers in the lower doors, 2 speakers in the back doors, and then a subwoofer and a speaker in the back package shelf back there. What a quiet ride, though. I mean, just a real hidden gem. This one as I mentioned, does have some upgrades on it. Mostly minor ones like mud flaps and body edge molding, those types of things. The sticker price on this one, I believe, comes in at about little over $57,000, and this is the loaded. Really is about as loaded as you can get it, all-wheel drive. It does have paddle shifters on the steering wheel, fingertip controls for the cruise control, fingertip controls for the sound system, and Bluetooth connectivity for your smartphone, wireless Apple CarPlay to connect your smartphone, 360 cameras. When we come up to the stoplight, you can watch and see. Let me see if it'll light up here. I'm going to make sure I don't blare the music. So it does have Sirius satellite radio, XM satellite radio included. It's an HD radio, so it gives you that high definition sound. It's just such a long list of features. I could go on and on. Automatic temperature control for both front driver, front passenger. Heated seats for front driver, front passenger. Ventilated seats for your front driver, front passenger. So just a lot of great luxury. I don't know what else you could add to this thing. I'm sure you could. Well, it doesn't have massaging seats. I guess you can get that in a Lexus. So here we go up on the highway. I'm going to punch it so you get a sense of how powerful this turbocharged engine is with the hybrid system. So let's go ahead. I'm going to change the drive mode into sport. Come on, sport. Let's go. All right. Nobody behind me, nobody in front of me. Here we go. Wow. Now, I can't tell you how fast I'm going, but I can guarantee you this. You will get up to highway speeds very quickly. It was interesting to me because when I punched it, the front end of the car actually raised up. I haven't seen that happen in a car in a long time. So once that electric motor's kicked in, I don't know, but it might have even kicked in the all-wheel drive in the back because I didn't lose any traction. I didn't have any wheel slippage. It just, boom, away it went. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Wow. 340 horsepower. Terrific. Can you believe that? 340 horsepower out of a 4-cylinder engine, 2.4 liter 4-cylinder engine with the hybrid max. That's your 5th generation hybrid system on here. I mean, Toyota's definitely got the hybrid figured out. Now, as we're going down the road here, I'm just gonna turn things off, and I'm gonna be quiet for a little bit so you can hear how much road noise there is or isn't, wind noise. So we'll go ahead and turn that off now. Oh man. This has a panel moonroof, so my camera is mounted on the moonroof or panel roof. It does not open, so you don't get any air out of there, but you do get extra light, which is awesome inside here. It makes it feel much brighter, much bigger. And I'm not hearing a lot of wind noise coming from that glass panel up there either. Nice big side mirrors, which have blind spot monitoring. They're heated, and they also power folding in and out, so you can set them up to tuck in when you get in your garage to prevent any damage from those. So just so many features on this Platinum Edition. It is a lot of bang for the buck in that mid 50,000 range, and Platinum Edition's the top of the line. This is your best your top line power plant, all-wheel drive, which, by the way, the rear wheels for all-wheel drive are actually powered by electric motors. So there's no actual drive shaft that's running to the back wheels, because the electric motors are just plugged. They're in the back and they just plugged in, and away you go. So all-wheel drive, this thing's going to be great in the snow to get you started and get you going. Let's talk a little bit about the warranties. In fact, I'll tell you all about the warranties. So under the hood, there's actually 3 different warranties. There's the standard powertrain warranty. That's your 5-year, 60,000 mile powertrain warranty, which covers the engine and the 6-speed automatic transmission against manufacturer defects. So that's the first warranty, 5 years, 60,000 miles, 0 deductible. Then there's 2 warranties related to the hybrid system. The first one is going to be the mechanical hybrid warranty. That covers the mechanics of the hybrid system. And that warranty is 8 years, 100,000 miles. Again, no deductible on that one. And then there's also a hybrid battery warranty that is unbelievable. It's 10-year, 150,000 mile hybrid battery warranty, and that's for consecutive owners. So it's as long as the car is on the road, they're going to cover that hybrid battery for 10 years, 150,000 miles. Again, no deductible. So fantastic warranties under the hood. The hybrid system, outstanding. Also under the hood, for your maintenance, you get Toyota Care, and that's Toyota's complimentary maintenance plan that gives you 2 years of oil changes and tire rotations. That's 5 services, so 2 years of oil changes and tire rotations, and then also 2 years or 25,000 miles you get roadside assistance. So if you have any issues out on the road, Toyota's going to take care of you at no additional charge. So really, really great warranties. And then the vehicle overall has a 3-year, 36,000 mile limited warranty that covers for manufacturer defect. That's going to cover things like all these electronics, radios and gauge clusters and heated seats and remote controls and all the technology that's outside of under the hood is covered for 3 years or 36,000 miles. That's an area, it is a Toyota, they're great quality cars, but stuff still breaks, and if you plan on keeping your car for beyond 3 years or 36,000 miles, you might want to consider some additional coverage on the warranty front. That 3 years, 36,000 miles. Usually electronics don't wear out or don't have problems in the first 3 years. That's why they offer that warranty. Usually they don't. It's beyond that period, and the reason I think it's beyond that period is because this is today's greatest technology, but who knows what's going to be around in 3 years. And so just consider maybe extending that warranty if you have the wherewithal to do it. But Really great vehicle, the Toyota Crown 2026. This is your Platinum Edition. It's available for sale at Smart Toyota in Madison, Wisconsin. Feel free to stop by the dealership. This one you can test drive today, and today is September 2nd, 2025. And this is Tony talking Car Biz. Thanks for watching.